Tonight, it'll be the Washington Wizards going up against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Sarr out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Koulibaly. Then it's George. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. And for the Hawks, the front court is Rizier and Johnson. McCollum is out there with Daniels. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, down low. We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Koulibaly, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, it's settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Now, the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's McCollum following the basket by Trey Young. Here's Rizier. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson.
Well, Rizier has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
And Rizier, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Now here's Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the block.
Well, Porzingis, the height, the reach, just overpowering. D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Here's Rizier. Johnson up top. A 3 from McCollum. Rebound, Washington. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Middleton, and he jams it with authority.
How about the handles shown by Chris Middleton there, zipping his way through the defense and getting where he wanted to.
High post, Johnson. Back to Daniels. Outside, Porzingis. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Launches a 3. And they get it back. And the basket is good.
Porzingis now playing with passion, engaged on the offensive glass.
Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Sarr. Over Porzingis. Porzingis with the block. And it's McCollum in the corner. Basket counts.
CJ has always had that uncanny ability to just land on his feet, kind of like a cat. He absorbs that contact and completes the play.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
You got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Sarr, the pass to George. Here's Koulibaly. Four on the shot clock. Wizards need to get a shot off here. Middleton for 3. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks leading. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Here's Young following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Coulibaly, no good. The Hawks leading by 4. Porzingis passes to Daniels. And then Johnson with the jam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And the Hawks with the possession. They're on a 12-4 run. They get it back. Wizards trail by 6. Passes it to Sarr. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Showing some strength on that finish. Sarr just pushing through that contact.
Now here's McCollum. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Brent Coulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch. This guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive teams by the time his career is done.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu. 5 on the clock. Here's Kispert. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Kennard, he's checked in for Porzingis. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Whitmore. Outside, Bagley. This is to Johnson. Whitmore with it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Brent, the Wizards had a very tough 23-24 campaign, didn't they?
Very difficult for everybody. Their fans, their ownership, and their coaching staff, which changed last year. Just 15 wins, a record low for a very prideful Washington franchise. Their offense struggled. Their defense was 28th. On the bright side, a lot of minutes went to their younger players, so it's going to be another year of development in Washington.
First one falls for him. Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase. But, Brent, they've collected some assets.
Yeah, they got some flexibility here, Kevin, and they made the call to start over. They took some other players that other teams didn't want, along with some draft picks, which sometimes you have to do when you're bottoming out. They have a good toolbox to rebuild them.
And both free throws good for Whitmore. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
Kennard's shot is off. Johnson left side. Here's Bagley. It's good. This game is all even.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
That one, no good. Tie game in Atlanta. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
The Wizards.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan. So
the Wizards 5 right now. We've got Bagley. Johnson is out there with Cam Whitmore. And it's Champagnie in at the 3 spot. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Good on the second free throw. Washington trailing. Here's Whitmore. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Here's Alexander Walker. They get it again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Team second.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Wizards.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
No good on the free throw. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And the Hawks making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And he sinks the second. And so Young will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Middleton outside. Over Johnson. Middleton can't get it to go. Hawks shooting 43% from the field. Here's Alexander Walker. Feeds to Johnson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Hawks have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Kispert. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Wizards shooting 43% for the game. To the inside. Here's George. Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
That board looked easy for Sarr at 7-1. You expect second chance opportunities like that.
Johnson, the pass to Daniels. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
No, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Now, here is Young, and it goes down 2 points. Young's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
Ridiculous handles there. How effective is he at creating opportunities?
Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Rizichet. Over George. And Sarr pulls it down. Wizards have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Now Young. It's Middleton at the elbow. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
And that kind of consistency from Middleton from 3, that's huge.
Here's Daniels down low. Here's Johnson. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Middleton. Wizards leading by 3. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Hey guys, the Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sarr, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. Rizichet, no good, unable to end this run. The Wizards have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And Sarr throws it down.
It's almost too easy for the rookie. Sarr, he just pops up and finishes off that lob.
Daniels with it. Riley covering. On the wing, Johnson from downtown. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Here's Young. That shot misses. The Hawks trail by 4. There's the pass to McCollum. Now Johnson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
McCollum outside. Dish now to Okongwu. And stolen by Sarr. Here's Riley. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. That's now 8 points for Alex Sarr.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Rizichet. George with the defensive effort. Riley kicks to Young. Nice ball movement by Washington. To the middle. And Sarr throws it down.
And at 7'1", Sarr makes dunking look easy. The defense has to push him further from the rim.
Atlanta calls timeout. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
Once again, your ATL dancer.
1:05 left now here in the second. Over to the left wing. Pass to Kennard. Kicks to Kispert. Shot clock at 2. Fires from way outside. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Again, it's the rookie, Alex Sarr, having a monster night, giving us a preview of things to come.
Alexander Walker passes to Krejci. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Johnson down low. That one misses. And so it's Washington in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Trey, you've made it look easy so far. How have you been able to pick them apart?
I'm just taking what the defense is giving me. Open driving lanes. They're leaving some of our bigs open, pick and rolls, things like that. We just got to continue to do it and try to get this win.
Make them pick their poison, right? Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They trailed by as many as 6 points in the first period. They found a nice groove in the second quarter, running out to an 8-point lead. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
The difference so far has been the efficiency of their offense. The ball movement is really good. They're not afraid to use the whole shot clock if they have to. Overall, they're making every possession count.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
They wouldn't be in such a deep hole if they hadn't given up so many offensive rebounds. Getting out hustled, getting moved around, losing possessions. The one thing you can control is effort.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. You look at Alex Sarr in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
The front court is Rizier and Johnson. Daniels out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Here's Rizier. Washington with the rebound. Young in the corner. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
We're talking about Trey Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
If we're going to talk about the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
CJ is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
And he makes the first. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Wizards shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
That free throw good from George. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And a minute played as the second half gets going. The Hawks trail by 8. Daniels passes to McCollum. Inside, Porzingis. Washington with the rebound. Sarr's got 8 rebounds in this game. And here's Young. Passes to George. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Whitmore, he's checked in for Song. Pass to Rizachet. Johnson outside. To the paint. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from McCollum.
Well, if he's going to do that, I don't know what you do to defend him. McCollum with the floater, so smooth.
Koulibaly finds Young. Outside, George. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. George has got 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
They grab their own miss. Here's Porzingis. Count that one.
And Porzingis just pouring it on here from the inside.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And George kicks to Middleton. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Daniels, and the layup's good off the glass. He has 6.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
They get a hand on it. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And the pass to Young. Koulibaly with it over Daniels. Koulibaly, no good. McCollum outside. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Johnson. Count it from 12.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Wizards leading by 3. Washington calls timeout.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Let's give him a round of applause. Once again, your ATL Dancer.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Bagley. Now Whitmore. Back to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Pretty easy for Marvin to get up like that.
The Hawks trail by 5. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching. And the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Free throw no good for Alexander Walker. Wizards leading by 3. Johnson wide open. He fires. Buries the long-range jumper. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Krejci passes to Kispert. Alexander Walker with the ball. Okongwu kicks to Kispert. Off target from 3-point range.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Krejci. Alexander Walker with the ball. Now here's Kispert. The rebound by Carrington. Passes it to Bagley. Whitmore up top. Out left to the wing. And again, Washington with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Krejci. Alexander Walker passes to Krejci. Just 5 on the clock. They need this. Kept alive.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Now here's Johnson. .11 seconds left here in the third quarter. From the arc. No good on that one.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And so it's the Washington Wizards ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Wizards leading by 9. So on the floor for Washington. They've got Young. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Sarr in at center. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Alexander Walker. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Middleton. The shot comes out. Excellent D there by Johnson. And so McCollum will bring it up for the Hawks. Here's Ricochet. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Ricochet does a nice job of drawing the contact on his way up. Now a chance at the line.
2 shots.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
And throughout the game, the mid-range area has been their bread and butter, continuing to pull up from there with a tremendous amount of confidence.
The free throw drops for Ricochet.
Looking like your classic wing. Zachary Ricochet is 6'8", long, and can hit threes. A real modern swingman.
Daniels is checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's perfect from the line this time. Washington leading now by 7. Young passes to George. Now Sarr. Johnson with the rebound. So it's the Hawks now. Just to Porzingis. Johnson outside. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Middleton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's George. Now Middleton makes it off the glass.
Chris Middleton has the size in this league that you need to finish on the inside. Way to get that one up quick.
The Hawks trail by 9. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Here's Porzingis. Rebounded by the Wizards. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. He kicks it to Middleton. The pass to Sarr. 6 to shoot. Over Daniels. Sarr's shot is off. For Atlanta, they've gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. That is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Daniels.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Pass to Middleton. Outside, George. No good with the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now here's McCollum, guarded closely. Back to Daniels. The 11-footer. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from McCollum. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. McCollum against Young. Over McCollum. Young, no good. Hawks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Rizichet. He's defended by Koulibaly. Here's Daniels. Washington with the rebound. Sarr's got 11 rebounds in the game. Now here's Middleton. He's covered by Daniels, and he's able to get it back. The Hawks trail by 5. Dishes it to McCollum. Clock at 6. Got a hand on it, and he stays with it. Here's Rizichet. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Now McCollum after the missed 3 from Trey Young. McCollum with the bounce pass. Porzingis against Middleton. Porzingis inside, and Chris Middleton pulls it down. Wizards leading by 5. Pass to Koulibaly. Nice ball movement by Washington. Young pass to Middleton. Can't cash in from close range.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Atlanta making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 7.
And there's some agility as Trey Young maneuvers to the shot he wants.
Here's McCollum. Kicks it out to Johnson. And here's McCollum. Passes it to Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Team first.
36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And that's an intentional foul.
CJ McCollum. His first. Team second. Shooting for Washington. Trey Young. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
There's some steely moments that come from Trey Young, and I'll tell you what, if the defense is getting under his skin, he rarely shows that.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 7. We've got 33 seconds left in the game. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Alex Song.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of mood, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .29 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Johnson. Comes up empty down low. Middleton outside. Young taking his time here. So Washington takes the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, guys. Trey, what does a win like this mean in terms of where this team is heading?
I think we're headed in the right direction. I'm super excited about the future here in Atlanta, the future in this team, and I mean, we're heading in the right direction.
Certainly looks like it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
Much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.